Alright, good morning everyone. Today's the day we're going to pour the concrete footings, and I'm going to try to get as much of that on film as I can. Just going to be me and one other guy pouring, so I'm going to be busy, so I'm going to set the camera up and I'll get as much as I can. But here's what we got so far. I've got all the grade stakes set. Got a little marker paint on them so we can see the tops of them. All the rebar's in. And I got all those grade stakes set with my laser level, so they're all pretty close to being exactly the same. Close enough. So there's a footing all ready to go, and that's where it's doweled into the existing footing of the house. And that's some epoxy that's in there holding the rebar. That rebar is about 8 to 10 inches in that existing footing. And it's bent down, and it's going to go down into concrete, and the block layers will cut the block out here to fit around these as they come up the wall, so the blocks will end up somewhere in here. So yeah, and these are the two piers that are going to hold the center beam up. They're a little deeper, set a little deeper than the footing, because they're only going to be 4 block high, because there's going to be 2x10s sitting on top of those. I got my grid pattern of rebar down in there. Alright, just waiting on the concrete truck now. Hopefully we won't have any trouble getting him backed in the front yard. I'm sure it's going to rut up the yard, but I can fix that later. Let's back him in here and pull the chute through here and shoot it as far as we can, probably over to this area, and then have to rake it around to that corner, but it shouldn't be too bad. So we'll sit here and wait. All right, the footings are poured. Turned out pretty good. Got it to the right height. See, today is Thursday. Hopefully Monday the masons will come and lay the block. Alright, I got my batter boards set up today. Took the tarp down. These are my batter boards. I set those all with my laser level. And then the strings, I just did a lot of measuring. Right angles and internet calculators and stuff like that. And I got lines come out pretty good. There's my, see if it'll focus, my 12-foot mark there. So it's pretty close. So anyway, got the lines up for the masons. Exactly, that's where I want the top of the block at. So hopefully they're going to come Wednesday or Thursday and get all this block put in. And these will just be centered up. All right, the masons are here getting set up. Get some block down before long. Moving right along. They got the vents in. Got the 5 block up in the corner here. Looking good. All right, the masons have finished and turned out really, really nice. Really happy with that. Looks like I got some framing to do. Yeah, they did an outstanding job. Well, that wraps it up for the foundation. I am going to do some grouting in some of these cells and put my J-bolts. About every 4 feet I'll put a J-bolt, but each cell that has a J-bolt will be fully grouted with concrete. So that's the next step. And once we get that done, we can get some framing going on in here. I think that'll wrap it up for part 2 of the home edition. Thanks for watching Projects with Paul. We'll see you next time. Just looks so good.